Hey comic fans, Near Mint Nerd here for the I Got Issues Network. Welcome you back for another Wednesday here on February 22nd for a brand new Comics Wednesday haul video. I've already been to the shop. I gotta tell you, didn't pick up a lot. There was a lot of books there that I would normally have picked up. I wasn't feeling it today. I thought the covers were a little dull. This story arcs didn't grab me. I don't know what it was. I barely got any Marvel at all, even though a lot of books came out. I don't know, maybe I'm not in the mood. Can you believe it? Not in the mood for comics today? I can't figure it out. But I did pick up a couple of Marvel, a bunch of DC regulars, mostly because I haven't caught up on reading a lot of them because they come out so frequently that I can't not get it, because then when I'm reading it, if I love it, I'm going to be missing an issue. So by that very, reason is why my DC haul is a little heavier this week, or that may have been small too. I just, here the last week of the month, wasn't really feeling it. But I did, before I flip you over to see those great new books I did purchase, I do want to do just a little bit of housekeeping here. A little bit of catch up. I have my 200 subscriber contest running. It is going to go for one more week. The results will be announced next Wednesday on my new comics haul video for Wednesday. So you're going to have to check that out, especially if you've entered. Now I do, as of last week, I hadn't had any submissions, no entries. I now have a couple. So if you have entered, you have a pretty good shot at it, unless, a flood of new ones come. Right now, I think I have maybe 3 or 4 tops. So, a 1 in 4 shot of winning a prize. The prize being a hardback book, Providence, written by Alan Moore, art by, I never know how to say his name. I'm going to say Joaquin or Hawkin Burroughs. Apologies, Mr. Burroughs. Let's call him Mr. Burroughs. I think that's appropriate. Now, this was for a Kickstarter that they did to get Cinema Paradiso. Is that what it's called? No, that doesn't sound right at all. It was a Kickstarter to get... dang it, I wish I could remember the name now. Anyways, it was a Kickstarter. So this is the Kickstarter version here. You'll see right there. Act 1 of Providence. So why is this special? Why do you want this? Well, because it is signed by both of these gentlemen, Mr. Moore and Mr. Burroughs. There's also a certificate of authenticity on the back, declaring as such. Alan Moore's getting up there in years. I don't know how much more signing he's going to do. Also, knowing Alan Moore, he probably signed it in goblin blood. And that's super valuable. So, giving away this book for free. All you have to do is follow the contest rules. To see the contest rules, I'm going to put a link in the show notes underneath me here. That will link you to the original video where I announced the contest. It's a short video. Watch the rules there. Very easy. I know some of you haven't, some of you wanted to enter but are saying to me, listen, Near Mint, I don't really edit my videos, so it's hard for me to show you a picture of my comic shop. Come on, guys, get creative. You have a digital camera, right? Just print it on a piece of paper and hold it up and show me even. I just want to see those comic shops, guys. Is that a crime? All right, guys, so check out those rules. I hope a few more of you enter, because right now I'm practically giving it away to anybody who enters. The odds are so tremendously high of winning at this moment. Offer expires March 1st. That's next Wednesday. That is a comic book Wednesday, and the results will be on that. Okay, well, I talked about my contest enough. You really came here just to see some cool covers and see what the nerd bought this week. Again, very small week, but I've said enough. Gonna flip you over to my counterpart, the Dark Nerd, and we'll get going on that. So I'll see you on the other side. the Dark Nerd. I don't know about that. That just seems rude to me, but you know what? I'll take it. Why not? Okay, so first up here, we're going to start with our DCs. They're in no particular order, except this first one is, as I've said in the past, it's not a book that I always read. It's a book I pick up for my son. Blue Beetle's his favorite character. I still read these from time to time, but not a priority for me. But looks like a lot of fun. I find the covers are usually pretty generic, but what are you gonna do, right? Mayhem is the man called Mordecai. Oh, maybe Johnny Depp's in this issue. That sounds like a lot of fun. With his powers of having really smelly cheeses. No one will get that joke because nobody saw the movie. All right. Next up, we got a little bit of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. This is number 15. I believe that it's part 2 of a story called The Quest for Hope. And the idea here is that they're trying to find the missing Blue Lanterns. Where'd they go? Who knows? But they're on the hunt. Looks like they're in some place with lots of skeletons and skulls. I don't know if that's a great place to be looking for people who are alive, but there you go. There's Kyle Rayner in his white uniform. I don't actually know what's going on there because I'm about 6 issues behind on this. Next up, we have Justice League of America #1. The Rebirth issue came out 2 weeks ago. I still haven't read it. I am looking forward to this one, though. I like the team. I like the lineup. I like Ivan Reyes as an artist. Steve Orlando, I'm still kind of, getting to know his work. He didn't come out of the gate super strong for me, but I'm not offended by his writing either, so I'm happy to keep reading this one. Hoping that I'm finally going to have a good Justice League book now that Brian Hitch is writing the main title of Justice League and not doing what I would consider a tremendous job. Next up, we got Batman Detective Comics. Really cool cover with all the Joker mouths. This is 951. This is a story, I believe, called The League of Shadows. I think it's a part 1. I think this is the start of a new story. Looks pretty cool, though. I like the art on this cover. I'm a little behind on some of the goings-on in this title as well. That's kind of a running theme for DC. They come out so quickly, I just sometimes can't keep up. I gotta catch up on some of these. Another one I haven't actually dug into this new story arc, which is Rogues Reloaded, is The Flash #17, which I'm really looking forward to because, The Flash and his Rogues Gallery are some of my favorite characters in comics. So I'm really excited to dig into this one. Each of these covers we've seen has had a new kind of rogue on it. I didn't really love either of the covers this week. I picked this one up because, it was the least offensive of the two, but I haven't, I don't know, this week in general, as my counterpart, the Near Mint Nerd, said, something about this week. I don't know. I'm not I don't know if it's just my mood or if it was the books themselves. There's just a general sense of malaise. I don't know what it is. This was just not a good week for me. I wasn't excited to when I saw the wall of comics, I was like, oh, nothing's jumping out at me. I just started dropping books like crazy. I don't know. I'm hoping that I kind of come out of this by next week. What a bummer, right? Come on. All right, so next up, let me get rid of this one. Still in DC, we have Superman Action Comics #974. This is one that I did read the previous issue of and quite enjoyed. I'm liking this mystery. I'm worried that I'm not going to like the solution to this mystery, but so far I'm really digging the mystery of who is this powerless Clark Kent who doesn't seem to know that there's another person who's, or that he's supposed to be Superman.
in the last issue, he actually asked Lois Lane on a date, which was really fun. And she, after initially rejecting him, actually accepted his invitation because that's a way for her to investigate him and figure out what he's all about. Love this Gary Frank cover. I'll always pick up the Gary Frank version of a cover. Check out the little Batmobile on it. That's really cute, I guess, because he's got a little son, but, you know, his son's a superhero. He's got his own superhero book. I guess he still plays with cars? I don't know. But there it is. Really cool cover. Actually, does it make sense that they're even at Superman's house, the actual Superman's house? Like, why would Clark Kent be there? I don't know. I'm a little confused. But nonetheless, that's one I'm actually excited to read. And then finally from DC this week, we have Deathstroke, part 2 of the Twilight arc, with the Raptor, who is a villain that we saw recently in Nightwing, which I don't read, but I do recognize him from the cover of that. Deathstroke number 13 by Christopher Priest, who I love, Bennett on art, a couple of other fellas here, Morales and Cox, doing their thing, probably with inks and lettering. What a package. Yeah, I'm actually still enjoying Deathstroke. I keep threatening to drop it, but even in a week like this where I get to the shop and I'm like, meh, I don't want anything, I still pick it up. So that says something about that book. Okay, so we're going to move to Marvel now, where, I only picked up 2 comics out of all the... There was tons of Marvel out this week, and I couldn't do it. I picked up She-Hulk, or I guess it's just called Hulk now. I put that back down. I picked up, I picked up all of them and looked, and I was like, come on, there's got to be something here I'm excited about, but there really wasn't. I did pick up The Amazing Spider-Man number 24, which is, I assume, an epilogue for the Clone Conspiracy. It says a tie-in, but I think it's over. I think number 5 was the last issue, wasn't it? Is there a 6th? It would make sense if there was a 6th, because I'll tell you, and I've been enjoying the Clone Conspiracy, but the end of issue 5 just, ended. It felt like there should have been, 6 more pages to the story, and it was just nope, the end. Just, that's it. So, I hope that this issue kind of ties up some loose ends, because I was, a little bit confused. I was like, is there a 6th issue? I thought this was a 5-issue event. So, it looks like the writer just ran out of room and just, Slott just ended it cold. So hopefully this is a chance for him to answer some questions. And that brings us to our book of the week, which is the Great Lakes Avengers number 5. Why is this the book of the week? Because I really like it, and I just found out that it's canceled as of issue 6 or 7. A very short run for a really fun book. I've always been a guy who's picked up the oddball books. I just have always done it. But there's a certain heartbreaking component to that, because these oddball books are always canceled really early on. You fall in love with the writing, you fall in love with the characters, and boom, they're gone. No exception here. The Great Lakes Avengers coming to an end. Real shame. Hilarious, fun, delightful book written by Zach Gorman, art by Will Robson and Tamara Bonvillain, and just gone in the blink of an eye. So I'm making this the book of the week in the hopes that I can maybe convince a few people to at least pick up a couple of issues that are on the stands to support the oddball titles. Because if nobody buys these things, they're the ones that go away. They're the ones that we'd never see again. They get a shot and that's it. So, try them out, guys. I think you'll be surprised. Okay, so that's it for the books that came out this week. I do have one more thing that I got, which was Poe Dameron number 11, the 40th anniversary variant. As I've explained in the past, for whatever reason, the 40th anniversary cover doesn't show up at my shop until a week after the book is released. So last Wednesday, Poe Dameron number 11 came out. This week I was able to pick up the 40th anniversary cover. No Star Wars book came out this week, so I won't have anything to pick up next week in regards to the 40th anniversary, which I'm hoping to get all 48 of. This is the 5th, but I think up to 7 are out. They're not coming out in order, which is really weird. But these are all covers that pertain to that first Star Wars. I guess it's called A New Hope now. To me, it's just Star Wars, and it always will be. Because I'm a grumpy old man, and that's how I roll. Deal with it. Okay, that's just rude. You know what? Maybe I am the dark nerd. Wow. I got one more thing. I got a package from Amazon in the mail. I got really excited because I have a bit of an Amazon problem in that I'll find something that I like and it'll say like it's pre-order. It's not coming out until, August 2017. And I'll just go ahead and just buy it up. And then, 6 months later it arrives. I've totally forgotten about it. And then it just shows up kind of out of the blue. That's what happened here. I knew this was coming. I was sort of half expecting it. And then I forgot about it. And it's Star Wars Aftermath Empire's End, which is the third book in the Aftermath series by Chuck Wendig. These 3 books take place after Return of the Jedi, but before The Force Awakens. So it's kind of like filling in that gap between the last trilogy and the new trilogy. I haven't actually read any of the 3 because I kind of wanted to read it. Like, I'm a pretty fast reader, and I kind of wanted to read the whole thing in one go. There's nothing worse than reading a book and then waiting 6 years for the next book to come out. This has been pretty fast. It's basically been 1 a year, which has been nice. Actually, I think, the last book only came out in like, I don't know, the summer or August or something. So that's a pretty quick turnaround. Anyways, I like this image of this, the big ship. This is probably the ship that we see at the beginning of The Force Awakens that's in the sand there, that our young female Jedi kind of is scavenging through. I don't remember anyone's names from the movies. Isn't that terrible? All right, that's it for this week, guys. I'm going to pass you back over to the Near Mint Nerd, and he's going to close out the show. Thanks, everyone, and see you soon. And I will always love you. Uh-oh. Hey, sorry. I forgot how short the haul was. So listen, I hope you enjoyed it. I know there wasn't that much there. Quick video. But, they can't all be giant weeks, right? They just can't. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to get you out of here, but don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to send me a video for the 200 sub contest. Let's get the subs up to, I think 400 will be my next contest. I'm not really moving. I'm stuck at 225-ish. That's cool. That's a great audience. I love it. But, if we can, move it up a little bit just to get to I would love to have 500 subs. For me, that's a perfect number. So that's where I'm kind of aiming to get to. That means I'm going to have a lot of people in the community kind of checking in every now and then. And that's all I want is I want the feel of community. I want to, feel like I'm part of that. And, so far, I've really felt welcomed. And thank you so much for all your comments. They've all been so positive. I think I've done about 30 videos now, and I have literally 1 dislike. I'd like to find who did it and go buy him a coffee or something, but, I don't know who it was. Don't know what they didn't like, but that's okay. Still like those odds. Keep those likes coming. Keep the subs coming. Keep the comments coming. I'm really starting to feel like I know some of you. That's amazing to me. But I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is because, believe me, I could just talk for hours. That's who I am. But I'm going to get you out of here now. Thank you so much. I've been the Near Mint Nerd and will continue to be the Near Mint Nerd. The Dark Nerd also says thank you very much. And we're going to see you very soon, probably this weekend for a haul video, definitely next Wednesday, okay? So take care, guys, and don't forget to try the veal.